What's up, Pookie?
So, what you want to talk about?
Bro, did you see Love is Blind?
Yes.
So
it's been a couple weeks.
So the Dave Ramsey show, they just pulled out a clip from Love is Blind. I think, you know who it was?
Natalie and Shane.
So it was Natalie and Shane off of Love is Blind. Right? And of course the topic is 401ks.
On the Ramsey show.
On the Dave Ramsey show. So if you haven't seen that clip, I'll insert the clip right here.
Okay. You gonna do that?
Yeah. I can insert the clip.
Okay.
Really aligned on like numbers and like what are our financial milestones and like how much do we want in our 401k.
I don't really believe in 401ks.
What?
I don't believe in 401ks.
What do you mean you don't believe? Okay.
But so of course Dave Ramsey sees this clip and he just goes off making fun of this guy.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't believe in 401ks.
But you if you
so
actually...
I'm here calling out Dave Ramsey for making fun of this guy for not being financially educated on 401ks and then not give the reasons why on his show you should be investing in a 401k or why you should and why you shouldn't.
All I know is that when they were talking about it, Natalie's face was like...
Drop. Because she's probably got her financial stuff together, right? And she's meeting a guy that is basically financially irresponsible. He's spending $2,000 a month on food. He's not investing.
I think he invests in other things. Right. From what he was explaining, he just doesn't believe in a 401k.
Right.
But he does spend more money on her than on food than she does.
Right.
So it was funny the way they were talking about it. But at least they had that. I'm just gonna throw it out there. At least they had that conversation.
Right.
Like beforehand, so she knew what she was getting into beforehand. But I mean, can we all remember what happened not too long ago with 401ks? I mean,
in 2008, they all went.
I don't believe in them either. So can Dave Ramsey make fun of me too?
Well, why don't you have a 401k?
Well, my company doesn't give me one for one.
Right.
So
number one, to have a 401k, you have to have an employer that offers a 401k. Right?
Yeah.
So if this guy is self-employed...
He's a realtor, yeah. I think.
Yeah, realtor. And his realty company doesn't offer a 401k...
Right, then he's not investing.
He's not going to go out on his own and get a 401k. He's going to go get a traditional IRA.
Oh, I have one of those though.
Right.
Yeah, I have one of those. But my thing is that why wouldn't Dave Ramsey reach out to him and invite him on the show?
His daughter had jumped him with this question. He wasn't aware of the question before.
Oh, because she watches the show?
She watches the show. Binge watches the show, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, this was just his blind reaction. He just starts going off on this guy.
Oh, okay. So, he doesn't know the context of the show or anything.
Well, he knows the context of the show. Of course, he made fun of that too. But...
Because he has a perfect marriage.
I don't know the complex of his marriage, but I'm not going to comment on that. I don't need to be Will Smith slapped here from Dave Ramsey.
I'm just thinking.
Don't talk about a man's wife, anyway.
I ain't talking about his wife. I'm talking about his marriage.
But yeah, so basically the point here is there's some people out there that probably should invest in a 401k because they understand how it works, number one. Number two, their employer matches their 401k. So they're automatically doubling up their money that they put into it.
Potentially.
Right? Which is a no-brainer in my opinion. But in my job, I only have to put $10 into the 401k and they give me 6% of my salary. I don't actually have to match the 6%.
Right.
So to me, it's a no-brainer. I'm putting $10 and getting,
6% of your salary.
$3,000 to throw in there. That's a no-brainer, right?
Wish we all were that lucky to work for a government agency. I'm kidding.
Chemist for life. I don't know.
Fired.
Probably.
I was fired, not probably.
Let's say your benefits package has to make sense for you to invest money in a 401k.
Correct.
Right? And so if your employer's not matching, the only advantage becomes whether you're going to pay more in taxes on the money now,
or later,
or you're going to pay more in taxes on the money later. Mm-hmm. And you have to kind of weigh that scenario. Right? Is it better for me to put more money into the market right now and it grow bigger, but I pay bigger taxes on it? Or is it better for me to go ahead and pay taxes and let it grow tax-free in a Roth IRA? And you have to compare other things versus the tax advantages that you would get or not get. Plus, you don't have access to the money, but you can borrow against the money and pay yourself back.
I think it'd be really interesting if Dave Ramsey invited him on the show, but spoiler alert, Natalie and Shane did not work out.
Right.
And I'm sure it was...
He got a kick out of that one too.
Partially because of money, but really Shane just has issues. He was going off. He looked like he was on some cocaine or some drugs or something. He was lacking that drug or something during the show because he just looked... I'm not saying that he did drugs because we didn't see him do drugs. But side note, did not know Jersey Shore cast was doing drugs the entire time on screen. Like there are clips of like them like sniffing their hands and like going into like women's chest areas and sniffing. Had no idea that was so open. Like, did you notice that?
Probably not.
I didn't notice it until they started showing TikTok clips of Jersey Shore and they like...
From back in the day.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow.
I don't know. They may have access to clips or they may have released clips later. You just don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I might have not seen...
It may not have made it into the live MTV broadcast.
That's true. That's true. Okay, back to the other situation. But yeah, they didn't make it.
So this is the problem that I have with Dave Ramsey, right? So Dave Ramsey just starts making fun of people. Wait,
I thought he was a godly man. Confused. Wasn't he just on Elevation?
Yes, he was.
Church, preaching about God and stuff, and he's...
But that's basically how...
making fun of people?
That's basically how he gets his point across, is he starts making fun of you. But anyway, that's my problem with Dave Ramsey, is that his initial response to things is to make fun of it. And yeah, maybe that makes a good radio show, I don't know. Instead of being the...
I mean, I don't listen
he's
to
supposed
it,
to be
so.
He's supposed to be this great educator, right? He's supposed
Christian educator.
It doesn't. I mean, the Christian part doesn't matter.
I know. Go ahead.
So, the reason that I have a problem with Dave Ramsey is that somebody will come with a question, or he'll see a video like this, and his immediate reaction is to just make fun of it, instead of saying, "Okay, a 401k is used by a person that has an employer that offers it." Instead of Dave Ramsey's supposed to be the great educator on finances for regular people, right? People that make average salaries or middle class to lower class, that aren't entrepreneurs, that are going to work for people their whole life. That's what his advice is rooted for. And that's 90% of people, right? 90% of people are going to work for someone else their whole life, right? Even if they make great big salaries, they're still in the working class, right? So they have certain tax laws, certain investments, stuff like that. But instead of educating on how 401k works and why you should invest in it to his audience, he just makes fun of the guy.
But to be fair, maybe he already explained what a 401k is. Just like how other people just say the same thing over and over again, but in a different way.
I've never seen any clips or
Where he's
videos
explaining it?
where he explains how a 401k works.
Oh, okay. So he just
and the pros
assumes
and
that
the pros and cons.
he just assumes his audience knows what a 401k is then.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Or what the pros and the cons of a 401k is. Right?
Well, yeah, he needs to educate then, like you said.
Let's say, and a 401k is built on mutual funds, which Dave Ramsey is a big advocate of mutual funds.
Because they're safe.
Basically because he believes that if you're a professional, will do a better job of investing than you can being educated, which I disagree with. And the fees would be worth it if it's somebody that's highly educated to get you better returns. But they've proven that over time, you might as well be in an index fund if you're going to use a mutual fund.
Gotcha.
Right? Index funds beat the market all the time.
I can't snap, so.
So that was my problem with the video. I know, there's people out there that look funny on TV.
I mean, honestly, I feel like people shouldn't have. If you're gonna be middle class, you shouldn't even have a 401k because it's just gonna be held against you anyways. When you grow old, you're gonna have to pay all this money because your kids don't want you, and you're gonna have to be in a home, and all that money is just gonna go to a home. So if you're gonna be middle class or stay middle class, might as well not have a 401k.
Yeah, so
That's bad advice,
so what's the reason that
just
you
makes me
wouldn't
think
want
that
a
way.
401k? What are the reasons?
I just said
So number one, you have no control over your money. Right? Number two, you can't pull it out till you're 60. So if you ever need the money, you're screwed. You can borrow against it, but then you have to pay yourself back. Right?
Yeah.
What else?
Like I said, if you have money and you're older and you have to go to a home, your assets have to be cashed out anyways. It's really to help other people, and that I think in that instance, not really helping you. It's helping other people make money off of you.
You're saying you're going to lose it in old age anyway? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. I don't know if that came across.
Well, then you shouldn't build any money if that's the argument.
Right, so I'm saying if you want to be just a regular person,
you shouldn't even save for retirement.
You shouldn't even save.
Absolutely not.
Either be really, really poor or be really, really rich. Don't be in the middle.
Don't be in the middle.
Yeah.
The middle gets screwed. I mean, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
I guess that's true, but...
That's pretty much what I was saying. But, yeah. Okay. Moving along.
So, no control. You can't touch it till you're 60. 59 and a half.
I would have more money for wings and cheese fries if you didn't have a 401k.
That's true. And then I would be fatter.
You'd have $10 more
than I already have.
Spend.
But
I'm just kidding. I'm in a weird mood today. It's probably because I got at social interaction.
so there are pros and cons to a 401k.
Most of it.
Most of it.
What were the pros? You just said the cons.
So the pro is that you are tax deferred.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you put money in 401k, you don't pay taxes on the money. Right now, you pay it as you take it out in old age after 59 and a half, or if you take it out early. Right? So, like I say, you have to weigh whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. And I personally think taxes are going to be much higher in the future because of how high our debts are, right?
You don't think we're going to be on crypto by then?
I don't know. Maybe. But it doesn't matter. It's
We
still,
still
you
got to
still
pay
have a
taxes
401k.
on crypto?
Yeah.
They haven't taxed it yet, I thought.
No, it's short-term capital gains just like anything else, or long-term capital gains.
But they were trying to. You saw that little question they asked when we did our taxes last year.
Yeah.
That if we bought any this year or something like that, or did you cash out on any? I don't know. Anyways, I thought that was interesting. I said no. You don't need to know my business. I'm kidding. I don't know what I said. I don't remember.
You said yes because I checked yes for you.
You're not...
Weirdo.
Okay, go ahead.
She don't even know.
I'm trying to be.
She don't even do her own taxes.
I'm trying to be a boss right now.
I do her taxes.
Get to work.
But you should definitely be educated on what you're investing in.
You shouldn't be made fun of because you don't know and you...
Right, you should be educated.
Yeah.
You should be...
And we don't know. He could have been educated, whatchamacallit, Shane. But I doubt it. Just gonna throw that out there.
And, honestly, Love is Blind probably cut it that way, right? They probably cut it where, I don't believe in a 401k, and they just cut it.
Maybe. But
and he said, because I am a self-employed, blah, 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 whatever. He could have said the reasons why. But they probably
But I guess
cut
because
it.
I'm slightly educated on it, I realized that when he said he was a realtor, like, he probably doesn't have that set up with his company.
Right.
So. But nobody else would probably have put that 2 and 2 together. Like, he didn't know he was a realtor, probably.
Yeah, first of all, it'd be much better off to hit the $6,000 in the Roth IRA.
As soon as you said that, I thought you were gonna say
The lottery.
the lottery, or like hit it on the river, whatever the.
Yeah, man, you got to put it all in on the river, baby. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
But
I got a G to drop. No, I didn't sell that much stuff. I got $200. Let's go.
But
$100 to get there.
we'll make it.
All right. Anyways, go ahead.
I say you'd be probably much better off to start with the $6,000 in the Roth IRA and then max out a traditional IRA before he had a 401k.
You know how to max? What is maxing out a traditional? What's that mean?
It used to be $18,500. I think it's gone up since then.
Oh, okay.
But we don't max those out. So.
No, sorry.
But 15% of your income should go towards retirement or investing, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
I call it investing, but they say retirement.
Okay.
If you take 15% of everything you make and you invest it, by the time you're 30 or 40 or 50 years old, you're going to be doing great.
I'm 30 right now.
Did you invest in your 20s?
I tried.
When?
I worked at Harris Teeter, and they had that little account.
You had stocks?
That's how I got my traditional IRA.
Because you rolled over 401k into it, yeah.
Yeah. But we only I worked there for like 10 years or whatever.
Did you put 15% in there?
So, I'm getting there.
No, you didn't.
I started
No.
working, I think, in 2004 or something. They didn't get a 401k option until like 2011. So I only had like...
You quit in like 13.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was like, are y'all going to back pay? They were like, no. I'm like, well, I've been working here since 2004. So can you... Like, I did not understand. And then again, I was in college too. So I lost the money that my employer put in because I didn't respond
Most
fast
people
enough.
require you to be vested in their retirements.
I was vested. I was
So it's
there.
technically their
but
money
technically, I
until-
wasn't vested though because I started in their 401k system in 2011. I didn't stay 5 years after that or something like that. Is that how that works? I really didn't understand why because I was in college and I was just like I don't care. Just I put this money in and I'm gonna take that money and put it in my account.
Right.
So I only got the money I put in. I didn't get the matched money. But I was really not
Yeah, so
about that.
so there's another negative of a 401k. If you leave an employer,
Yeah, you don't get it. Their matched income or matched whatever.
most people end up rolling their 401k into a traditional IRA.
Which I did, yeah. Once I realized I had to do that.
But
anyways, it was only like $800, but it's fine.
anyway,
But that was my $800 that I worked hard for when you're only making $7.25 an hour.
you're lucky I was 5 something.
That's the only reason I took that job. Because they started you off at $7.25 and everybody else was making $5.15 when that was minimum wage. So, and you're lucky you got a little 10-cent quarter raise or whatever. Harris Teeter had the best though raises out of everybody, and consistent and bonus checks. It was a great company to work for. I don't know how it is now, but it was a great company to work for the employee.
But yeah, so educate yourself on 401ks and make fun of Dave Ramsey for making fun of people. What else you want to talk about? What else you got? What's going on in the world?
We can talk about Will Smith.
Everybody's talking about that shit.
I know everybody is. We put a little side note in there.
So how about Tesla's doing a dividend split?
That's boring.
You know what a dividend split is?
No.
Our fans may not know what a dividend split is.
I don't know what it is.
So instead of like doubling, like doing a third or a fourth, 5-to-1 split, 6-to-1 split, everybody's just going to have an extra share.
Alright.
So Tesla is doing a dividend split.
Okay.
So basically
What's
they
that?
are going to dividend a share to their investors.
What does that mean?
So if you had 1 share, now you have 2. If you had 1,000 shares, you have 1,001
What?
shares.
What? If you have 1,000 shares, you get 2,000?
Basically, a share per share, yeah.
How are they going to do that? Why?
You basically just say it's a 2-to-1 split.
What
but
was
it's
the benefit of that?
It's a dividend. It actually comes out as a dividend instead of
Like they pay you.
yeah. So it's like you're getting paid, but then buying the share, basically.
So it's like automatically
So you don't
reinvesting you?
So you don't get charged capital gains.
So they're paying you with more stock.
Right. More shares.
Can they do that?
They can.
Who else does that?
I've never heard of it before until Tesla did it, but
They just did it?
yeah, they've announced that they are going to do it. Yes.
Because I know there's a couple stocks that we have that we get paid like $5 or something for. Remember?
Dividends, yeah.
Dividends, yeah. That's interesting. Go Tesla.
Yeah, I made $300 last month in dividends.
Okay, that can go to the credit card bill.
I mean, if you needed to.
You're not being fun right now. You're not bantering with me.
I feel like it was banter.
I wanted you to be like, nah, I reinvested it like I'm supposed to, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it automatically gets reinvested, but if I need to sell it, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's no big deal.
We don't have financial problems right now.
We don't.
I was trying to be like that show. The Love is Blind show.
Oh, I don't believe in love.
You want to get married and stuff.
I believe in duty.
It's time for, it's time for bed. It's time
For your duty.
It's time for bed. Even though it's 4 o'clock, it's time for bed.
So anyway, what do you think that's going to do to Tesla?
I mean, isn't that only going to help them?
Is that
Grow
that's gonna
their
make
business?
their stock price go down, right? So if their stock price goes down,
Is it really?
Yeah. So their
So
stock,
more people can buy?
That's right. There you go. Usually after you have stock splits or stock dividends, whatever you want to call it, this price goes up exponentially. So last time it happened, there was like a 76% run on Tesla. I don't know if it'll be that high this time, but
So it's like giving people more of an opportunity to buy low.
yeah, that's right.
But it doesn't affect the people's stocks that they have.
The overall
currently?
value of the company is still the same. There's just more shares. It's like a share. It's like diluting the shares, basically.
Oh, because you get more shares.
Right.
Anyways, because they pay your dividend.
Tesla doesn't pay a dividend.
Not dividend, but what is it called? Shares. What did we just say? A dividend split.
Yeah, so they're going to give you shares.
Right.
Of the company, yeah.
Okay, so that shouldn't affect your money.
No, your money should be the same, but more people are going to be able to buy. So
When is that happening?
May, I think. May or June.
Are you going to buy some Tesla?
Probably not.
Okay.
But maybe.
They need to be like $12 for me to buy.
Also, Amazon and Google are both doing splits. So
Do they just want more people to invest with them, or what? Like,
basically,
what's their purpose, really, though?
that's the purpose.
But is it?
Because so very few brokers will let you buy partial shares.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know how in Robinhood you can buy partial shares.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So most people can't afford $1,000 stock
Right.
or a $2,000 stock, but they can put $500 in. They can put $300.
That's true.
You know,
Interesting.
So that's kind of the idea. It's kind of an old school idea, you know, because now certain brokerages offer partial shares.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people have like 0.000017 Bitcoin instead of actually having a whole Bitcoin.
Right.
Same idea. And it happens a lot when you're with your dividend reinvestments. You get partial shares because your dividend won't buy a whole share. Or it'll buy 1.12 shares or whatever.
Okay. Well, good for them.
So
It's interesting. And I'm glad people have more access to buy Tesla and Google and what else?
Amazon.
And Amazon. To make their companies more rich. And to help make people more rich.
So Jeff Bezos is the owner of Amazon, right?
Last time I checked.
He got a divorce.
Okay. I thought that's...
Bill Gates, Microsoft, he got a divorce.
These hoes ain't loyal. Just kidding.
So
It's probably
is
their
it
fault.
weird that in America the richest women in America are products of divorce? Like, is that a problem with the system, or is that like
What? Don't even get me started.
or that like these men aren't loyal? Like these
I mean, you
these
see
men
them-
are running around,
You see them pop up with younger women, so...
right?
But it's kind of sad if that's really the case. If the richest women in the world are just because they get their husband's divorce money.
Or at least the richest women in America.
What about Kylie Jenner?
Rare.
What?
And she's not one of the richest. She's just a billionaire.
Oh. I think I did see that list, and you're right. Those two were at like the top. We gotta step up our game, women. I mean, but I guess, however, people don't really question how you make your money. They just have their hand out, so
Right.
they don't care where it came from. But at the same time, I don't know how I'd feel.
So
They
you gotta also-
probably deserved it though. They probably were
100%.
there doing it side by side with them.
These guys, I mean, these girls,
women.
these women married these guys when they were bums. They were
Right.
worth shit.
Yeah.
Now, how much they contributed to the success of these bums, I don't know.
I mean, it should be 50-50. They were, if that guy was if Jeff was in the studio wherever he was trying to build Amazon, his wife was taking the slack probably.
So that's what's really cool is there's old videos of him actually packing books in boxes and sending it to people from his garage.
I probably was one of those customers too.
You know, Amazon's like the second biggest company in the world, I think. And he started it in a garage.
It's crazy.
You know, Microsoft was started in a garage.
But
And so was Ensorsale.com.
none of your stuff is in the garage. It's sitting in our kitchen. It started from the kitchen.
Started from the kitchen.
Now we're here. Just kidding.
Anyway,
But yeah.
so don't let me get old and then leave me. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, if I'm automatically guaranteed to have, we ain't making no promises. I'm just kidding.
You deserve half, baby. You can take it. It's yours.
You saw me on it. I'm just playing. No, but yeah, I mean, like I said, whether they were hands-on with actual doing the work or not, with them side by side is irrelevant because they were doing something to make up for the fact that their husband wasn't there.
Right.
Whether that was like dealing with the house, the kids, the games, blah, blah, blah. But I never investigated why those particular people are no longer together, though. I never really looked into it. So I can't really speak to it, but as long as they're happy and that's all that matters.
Yeah. But I just found that fact to be interesting that the richest women in America they're rich because of divorce. Not because...
Would they have been the richest women in America if they were married? Because technically their salary is...
Yeah.
What he makes is what she makes. So either way, they still would have been the richest, married and divorced. But yeah.
Yeah, those two particular, they were on the top 1 and 2 for a long time, you know. Elon Musk, of course, has destroyed them.
That's sad.
But, you know.
Elon. Dogecoin to the moon. I'm probably the only
But he's
one.
legit.
I'm probably the only one still
He's
saying
legit.
that.
Elon is legit saying like what 50 Cent used to say.
What?
Have a baby by me, baby. Be a millionaire.
Dang, he really.
all the child support he's paying.
He probably is thinking about the bigger picture. If he actually is a genius and thinks he's smart and stuff, he's procreating
More geniuses.
more geniuses.
Yeah. Could be true. Maybe get one back
What do you mean?
to continue the company.
Get one back?
Yeah, one of them will actually be smart.
Oh, yeah. I mean, isn't it? He has them by multiple women too, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, he's got like 8 kids. Comment down below if you know how many kids he's got.
I think it's a lot, like you said. Elon, I'm just saying, I'm pretty smart.
Why you want to kill that man? For?
I don't.
Why you want me to bring out my inner Will
I'm
Smith?
just playing. I probably should have said, Elon, my sister's pretty smart.
Right.
You can take that out if you want.
It's okay. No more edits.
Okay, dang.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
I was just playing though.
So the Oscars was this weekend.
Oh. I really did not even know until the whole scene happened, to be honest.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
Did you care about the Oscars at all this year?
Not really. I don't care about it.
Are they even
either.
relevant to what is actually entertaining to you?
Not really.
You know, do you even know what they said the best movie was last year? Who the best actor was?
Will Smith.
Was the best actor?
That's what made it ironic, I'm pretty sure. Like he won an award for that Venus and Serena movie.
Yeah.
King Richard.
Yeah.
But he won, like he had that whole big meltdown and then he ended up winning. So I'm sitting here thinking like, was this a whole act?
I think so, for sure. I think
Yeah.
it's 100% act. But I just think it's sad that you have to have stuff like that happen.
To be relevant.
You know.
To stay relevant.
King Richard was a great work by him.
It was, yeah.
You know, and to me, this whole is just overshadowing his great work in that.
Well,
you know,
you said that, Jim Carrey said that too, basically. I watched a clip from him that he took away, like people work really hard to get the actors and actresses that are in that room, worked really hard to get in that room.
Yeah.
And they did a lot of stuff. He didn't go into detail, but to get there.
Right.
Like, and they sacrificed a lot. He literally was going on, and he's known for, you know, telling more things than how, like, what Hollywood's really about. And he said it just took away from their moment, like other people's moment. Him doing that was all anybody could talk about, so it took away from the hard work of the people that it took to get there. That was their first time there or something.
Right.
Or whatever. So, yeah, I don't know. People were even going to the extent that said Chris Rock had a prosthetic cheek on. That he really didn't get hit. That Will Smith technically missed him. Either way, Will Smith, whether that was staged or not real, Will Smith, I feel like, has been through a lot personally. His business has been all over the news the past 3 years with Jada. And he probably just had a breaking point. It wasn't even about Jada, to be honest. I think. He just was tired of people talking about him and his wife. And he just went off. That's what I think.
And back in the day, you'd have a duel. Start talking crap about your wife, people's wives.
A duel.
I'll see you at dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Good day, sir.
There was a lot. There was a lot of like funny and memes about it and stuff like that, which I thought was entertaining. But in all seriousness, I feel like he does have an issue, a mental health issue that he probably needs to work on.
Oh, I'm sure he's got years of therapy.
Huh?
I'm sure he's got years of therapy.
Yeah, he need to make an appointment that day.
But he's too busy working.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and Chris Rock really didn't even say anything that was that out of character for what comedians say at those events.
Yeah.
Like Amy Schumer was making fun of things. Amy Schumer and the Regina and forgot the other one that hosted. They all hosted the 3 comedians.
Who was the original G.I. Jane?
Isn't that Demi Moore?
Demi Moore. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hot is Demi Moore?
I mean, she's pretty hot.
Straight up 10, right?
Mm-hmm. Jada is a 10 too, though.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't really understand how you're even offended by saying maybe. I mean, I guess because
So someone said Demi, and I don't know how accurate this is because it's been so long that I don't even follow this anymore. But Demi Moore, they say Demi Moore left Bruce Willis for a younger man, which happened to be Ashton Kutcher. Mm-hmm. And basically, Jada was having her entanglement with August, who is significantly younger. So they went that they analyzed that a little deep. I think that's a stretch. Like, so they were comparing the 2 actresses, like, oh, well, you have no hair, and Demi didn't have any hair. Let's do G.I. Jane. Demi left her husband for a younger man. You did your little entanglement with your younger man. So it was like a parallel comparison or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. That was a stretch to me. I'm not really sure, but I think that's what you said is valid. They're both a 10, so I would be flattered. But someone on the internet took a little bit further and explained and said that, and I was like, huh. That's a little bit of a stretch, but I can see how that could work. That explanation, but anyways, we have until Friday to talk about Will Smith and the slap, and then it's over. We're not talking about it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
it should be over by now.
To me, this took away from, because Jada Pinkett Smith was in The Matrix. She played an elderly character in that.
Oh yeah, she did.
You know,
she did really
she's
good.
big. She's big in the original Matrix movies. You know, and you know, you don't hear anything about that.
Yeah, she did good.
You know, so I hate they took away from the quality of acting that both Jada and Will, and even Chris Rock is funny in his stuff. You know,
he's been in movies, so.
But we wouldn't be talking about it if it didn't happen. So.
Yeah. We'll see what they have for us next year.
The slap heard around the world.
Yeah. We'll see what they have in store next year. I don't know how much more.
Speaking of great
What?
actresses resurrecting their career.
Who?
What if?
What if what?
There's a TV show, What If? We just finished it.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're talking about Renee Zellweger?
Renee Zellweger. The original
Excuse
girl
me.
next door is back. Show me the money!
You didn't even know what she was in.
Jerry Maguire.
Oh, okay. She's been back though. She's been doing things. She's got that Something About Pam. That's on Hulu.
Okay.
So I think she's doing a lot of I don't know. She's branching out of Hollywood and doing like the Hulu, the Netflix specials.
Right.
Which is pretty great.
That's where all the true art's happening now, really, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Because you're doing it on a lot lower budget.
It was good though. You liked that show a lot. You liked it a lot more than I did though.
But What If?
It was good. I just think you liked
So
the
it was very psychological,
twists.
Renee Zellweger is playing psychological games with her enemies
Yeah,
and with people that she's aligned with.
I'll say don't spoil it.
You know, so to me, it's like super twisted, mental.
On multiple layers. Like
Yeah.
it could have been or probably is a book.
Yeah, it's definitely a book based on a
Yeah.
book.
Yeah. I think the one character, her bangs got on my nerves a little bit, but other than that, it was good acting. Her bangs just was like...
I liked her bangs anyway.
Because you like the like trashy look.
Of course.
Get your fix on this.
Hey,
show.
water boy!
You suck! We talking about Vicky Valancourt.
Vicky Valancourt, man, she my favorite.
She still looks the same too.
Vicky, if you see this, comment down
It's not her
below.
real name. It's a pretty name. It's like, did you do a heart? It's like Ferocia or something. That's her real name. Ferocia or Ferosa or something like
said
that.
Vicky on the poster, so I don't know.
Oh my god. But yeah, y'all should watch What If on Netflix. Now we're watching. We're behind. We're watching Bridgerton. Is it Bridgerton? Bridgerton. We're behind, but Nate really
it's
likes
super
that
good.
show.
It's super good so far. We're 5 episodes in. Don't spoil it.
I was like really surprised. Like I wasn't surprised, but I was like,
I was definitely born.
He was
I was
into
definitely
it.
reincarnated from that era. Like,
yeah,
legit.
it probably,
Because
yeah.
I love it when they talk trash, like
Professionally
talk trash.
They like were professional, like round, low key. I had to look up some words. I was watching the show. I was like, I don't even know what this word means. What's this word?
Dowdy.
What did we figure out what it meant? What does it mean? I already forgot.
Unflattering.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Without class or something like that.
And I was like, they were dancing, and I was sitting here like, oh, men have to sign up to dance with you? Okay, I like this. Apparently they do that in
Cotillion, yeah.
Cotillion. So then I asked you who you signed up to dance with. What'd you say?
I didn't remember her name. But I remember it now.
Do you?
Yeah, but I don't remember her last name. Still.
Oh, it's probably different. Do you want to? You don't have to tell the world if you don't want to. You can tell me later. We can Facebook stalk her.
Right.
And I can see what your taste was back then. But I asked you like what your strategy was when you signed up. You said what?
Just ask everybody until they said
yes. No! You said proximity. Did you lie about that too?
Proximity, yeah, you gotta be close to them. For sure.
What do you know? Like proximity as far as like you're here on this side of the room.
Uh-huh.
Whoever was the closest you asked to you.
Yeah,
that's what you
said.
That's
who you start with, for sure.
You don't start with somebody that you think is attractive first?
No, you want them to be as ugly as possible.
Oh, what?
Because if you're nice to the ugly one, then the pretty one sees that.
Don't be telling everybody your secrets.
I mean, that's just truth in life. I don't know why women are like that, but they talk to each other and stuff.
I don't even know what to say.
You've never heard this in like dating stuff?
No. I walk up to
If you see,
everybody
so you see a group of 5 women across and one of them is super hot. Mm-hmm. Do you go talk to the super hot one?
I think most men do, yeah.
That's why they fail. That's why they don't get the super hot one like I did.
Who did you talk to get to me?
Nobody, just you.
Exactly. I walked up and talked to you
walked up
first.
and talked to me. But if I actually had to go and talk to your group.
I wasn't even with my group.
Right.
I was bouncing around. Bouncing around.
Yeah.
Bouncing around.
But that's a strategy. You don't go talk to the pretty one. You go talk to everybody else.
Oh, I never thought about it like that. I just go talk to everybody.
You go say, "You're gonna be my friend." That's what you do.
I'm not that blunt anymore.
That's what you do. Oh, we're gonna be friends.
I do say that, yeah.
That's your MO.
But yeah, we like Bridgerton. Maybe Nate will show you a little dance that he learned in Cotillion that he can insert in this clip. In this video. No, get up, do it. We're gonna insert it. He knows the 1-2.
I've been teaching it to her like 12 years. She still don't got it.
Because I want to be the leader.
Oh.
If we were in a past life, I definitely was the man in the Bridgerton era, and Nate was definitely the woman.
You were that creepy one with the teeth. She will marry me.
Probably. What's his? I don't remember his name, but yeah, he's got some. No,
you will come to love me.
The old man that was trying to, yeah, where he was like, "Oh, I don't need to see," or something, like he didn't care about her skills. He was like, just smile, and he was like, he was like, "Let me see your teeth. You can tell a lot about a man." And she said, or a woman by her teeth. So she said. And then he was like, "See, mine's all wood." I was like, "Oh, God." His teeth were ugly. Anyways. This has been great. It's been fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
So you didn't say what you gave the stuff?
What?
What if it's a 10? You didn't say what if it's a 10?
I didn't say what rating.
Or 9 or 8?
What if? Okay, so if I was gonna give that, it would have different levels. It'd probably be a 9 for like the twists and the what's it called? The twists and mind games or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Mind games.
Yeah.
What's that called though? You called it something else. Psychological aspects.
Yeah, the psychological warfare.
Yeah, and 8.5, 9, 9.5. That time, Renee Zellweger was good. She gets a 10. All the other actors and actresses, trash. They get like a 9, 6, 7. Bang Girl gets like a 3 because of her bangs. I'm just playing. Overall, the show is a good, like, I would say 8.5.
Okay, so you liked it.
Yeah, I liked it.
Very good.
Yeah, what about you?
I gave it a 10. That's great.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
They'll probably have a season 2.
Maybe. Maybe. They left it open.
Yeah.
I've just been in the mood to watch funny stuff, and I haven't seen anything.
Yeah,
Nothing.
funny stuff is few and far between.
They just want us to be sad. Hollywood wants us to be sad.
Everything is like science, sci-fi, disaster movies.
And I'm just not...
Which I love. I love sci-fi shit.
I don't want to watch things that could potentially happen. Like that. So, it makes me scared. And I have weird dreams. But...
Well, you could potentially own a building. One day too.
Own a building for what?
Like in What If?
What are you talking
I should
about?
own the buildings. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, joke not missed. Joke missed. Check.
Joke definitely missed. Away check. Double check.
I'm a loser.
Anyways, we'll tell you if we like Bridgerton or not, and if you liked it, let us know if you watched it, any of these shows.
Let's say, and if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Comment down below with "Love It, Lift It" if you got to this point.
What are you doing?
Like the video. I'm Nate.
And I'm Meredith.
This is the So What You Want to Talk About podcast.
So, what you want to talk about?
And we'll see you next time.
Alright. Bye.